Okay, God bless everyone. Ma'am Queen, it's ready and you can start if you are ready now.
Okay, sir. So, good day and God bless everyone. Again, this is Lindy Bitacura, and I will be your LIT2 teacher for today. So, before we will start, let's have a prayer first. Sir Dan. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Store. Darating. Hello. Ikaw mo ni si mama, uy. Napasensya na, guys. Cellphone, magudis na kong mama. I didn't expect that. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Wala, ma'am. Black man. Ay, black mo siya.
Black?
Nakita siya, ma'am. Okay na siya, ma'am.
Okay. Sensya na gid ato, guys. Okay, cellphone is my mother. Wala sa laptop. Okay, guys. Am I loud and clear? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and God bless again, everyone. No? So, are you excited for today's story presentation?
Opo.
Okay, very good. So, again, let me introduce myself first. This is Queen Lindy Bitacura from North Central Mindanao College, your English buddy for today's story presentation. Okay, so let's have first our motivational activity. Okay, so be ready because I will be calling your names randomly. So the first one. Okay, so let's have first the direction. So are you familiar with this game called Guess the Subject Names?
Wala, ma'am.
Okay, so Miss Cabrera, kindly please read the instruction or the direction.
Okay po. Guess the subject names, directions. Analyze the following pictures and or emoticons. Then, try to guess the word or name before each number.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Cabrera. So what you're going to do is to analyze those pictures or emoticons that are projected in the screen. And you're going to identify what subject name it is. It could either be a place, a name, or a name or a thing. Okay, so let's have number one. So may I call Miss Camille Faith Venteroso? What do
Okay,
you
ma'am.
think is the answer? Okay, Miss?
Okay, so God bless. So I think this character is
Again, Miss?
okay, so I think he's Prince Paris, ma'am.
Okay, let us check your answer. Okay, very good. You get it right. So let's proceed with the number two. May I call on Miss Generose Espra? Is she around? How about Miss Ruwaida Muhali?
Odysseus.
Again?
Odysseus.
Okay, let's check your answer. Okay, very good. Thank you so much, Miss Muhali. And let's proceed with the third one. May I call on Miss Sweetney Alarde?
Um, Golden Apple. Namadungog ra kong tingog.
Yes, I think Ma'am
Yes
Queen
po.
lost her internet connection.
Naka-record na? Okay, so let's proceed with number three. May I call on Miss Sweetney Alarde?
Yes po.
Is she around?
Yes.
Wait. Okay. So, guess the subject name. What do you think is the subject name being referred in these pictures?
Gold plus M plus apple. Golden apple.
Okay, so let us see your answer. Okay, very good. So let's proceed with the next part. Number 4. So what do you think is the subject name from these pictures? May I call on Miss Hanipa Angni? Is she around? Miss Angni?
Wait lang kay Kuan. Wait lang
Sir
Queen kay Kuan. Wala
Okay.
pa na ako na wala pa na ako nakita ni mong screen diri. Kini kayo ang signal.
But the rest, can you see my screen? Right?
Opo. Yes.
Okay. Now, pinagulo na sir din. Sige sir din. Okay. So, nawag na lang ko flying student. So, may I call Miss Faida Barani around? Miss Faida?
Yes.
Faida Barani, okay. Miss, can you guess the subject name from these pictures?
Hector, ma'am.
Yes, from these pictures.
Wait lang, ma'am.
What do you think is the subject name?
Hector.
It is the name of a character from our story for today. So what do you think? Miss Faida?
Dili Hector, ma'am.
What?
Hector.
Yes.
Hector.
Let us see. Let us see. Okay. The answer is okay. Very good. Hector. Okay, let's proceed with number 5. What do you think is the subject name? May I call on Miss Cicel Ibalie? Okay, from the picture, from the third.
Ay, sa.
Okay, from the third picture.
Wait sa,
So,
ma'am, kay.
from
Lugay
which
kayo ang
country?
screen ni pop up.
Okay. Okay, so from the third picture, so from which country do you think does the flag belong?
Laos,
It is a
ma'am.
flag from
Laos.
Laos. Okay, Laos. So what do you think is the subject name in combination of these 3 pictures? Mrs. L?
Mini Laos, ma'am.
In combination of these 3 pictures, what?
Sige.
I
Mini
can
Laos.
hear you. Can you please make your voice louder? Mrs. L?
Lugay ka ni pop isa. Nagkini ako signal.
Okay, so manawag na lang kuglain, okay? Miss Sweet Darlene Cabrera, what do you think is the subject name from these pictures?
Okay, ma'am. Wait sa ma'am ha. Kay ako pa tsugi sa butong kung sana.
Okay,
Menu. Laos. Mineraliums.
okay. So let's check it out. Okay, very good. Actually, its pronunciation is Menelaus. Yes, although it is spelled as Menelaus, or it is pronounced as Menelaus. That is why the second picture is letter U. And now let's proceed with this number 6. Cutie. Okay, number 6. What do you think is the subject name? It is still a name of a character of our story for today. May I call on Sweet Nay Alarde?
Ma'am. Wait ka, ma'am, ha.
Can you see my screen, Miss Alarde?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think is the subject name from these pictures?
Achilles.
Again, can you make your voice louder?
Achilles.
Okay, let us see your answer. Okay, spectacular. You got it right. Okay, thank you, Miss Alarde. And now let's proceed with number 7.
Number 7.
Okay, so number 7. May I call on Miss Najla? Miss Najla?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you think is the subject
Yes.
name from these pictures?
So, I can see a hill and a letter E-N. So the answer is Helene.
Okay, but
Okay.
let us see your answer. Okay. Okay, very good. The answer is Helen. Actually, it's Helen. Okay, so let's proceed with number 8. Okay, so may I call on Mr. Larry Alforo? Is she around? Is he around? Mr. Larry Alforo? Is he around?
Absent.
Wala si Larry?
Yes, ma'am. Wala, ma'am.
How about Miss Eve Carillo? Is she around?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what do you think is the answer? What is the subject name being referred in these 3 pictures? I'll give you a hint. It is the title of the story. A part of the story which causes the victory of these warriors. What do you think is the subject name? It is 2 words. Miss Eve, do you have any idea?
As I've shown, uh, it's the first picture is the boy is like jumping, or is it
It is throwing something. It is an emoticon, throwing something. Throwing a ball. Okay.
TROJAN?
Skip na. Yes, you're there. You're almost there.
TROJAN.
There, have you read my story? I think this is already familiar since it was already tackled in high school years. But you can movie for this. What?
Trojanuar.
Trojan. You're almost there. You're almost there. Trojan, what? Trojan. Miss Eve, you're almost there. Okay. Let's proceed na lang. What?
Try ko, ma'am.
Kita na sa screen. Okay, the answer is the Trojan horse. Okay. So let's proceed with number 9. May I call on Miss Junicel Boyonas?
Ma'am, God bless, ma'am. Uy, kadoy, ay sa tabi, kadoy. Sige kag tingog. Sige kag tingog, ay sa.
What do you think is the subject name from these pictures?
Aga plus memes plus none.
Louder, please.
Um, based on the pictures is aga plus mems plus none. Agamem none. Agamemnon.
Okay, let's check your answer. The answer is Agamemnon. Okay, you got it right. Thank you so much, Miss Rosales. And now let's proceed with the last number of the motivational activity. The hardest one. May I call on Mr. Berklin?
Yes,
Is he
ma'am.
around?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what do you think is the subject name from these pictures?
Wait, ma'am. Let me analyze it first.
I can't hear you, Mr. Bertlin. Can you please louder your voice?
Yes, ma'am. Wait, let me analyze the picture first.
So from the second picture, it is a mathematical symbol, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, it's a mathematical symbol.
I think Genie. I see Genie. Genie Espra. Genie.
What?
Hey.
Mr. Bertlin?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your answer?
I'm not sure with my answer, ma'am, because I think it is really hard to guess these pictures.
Yes.
Genia. Iphigenia, ma'am.
What? Can you make your voice louder?
Iphigenia.
Okay, let us see your answer. Yes, spectacular, Mr. Bertlin.
Bright
Actually,
voice.
it is pronounced as Iphigenia. Yes, it is pronounced as Iphigenia. Okay, so without further ado, let's have the second part of our story presentation for today, which is about the introduction of the story, in which I will be presenting to you or introducing to you the different characters in this story. So there are two types of characters in this story, which are the Greeks and the Trojans, or Greeks, specifically the Achaeans, in which they live in Achaea, which is part of the Greeks. These are people who are who inhabited in part of the Greece. So let's start. Di siya ma-move. Naghang? Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, sir. Then. Okay. Yeah. Hey guys. Okay, so let's start. So we have here the Greeks, the first group, which is the Greeks. So we have here Agamemnon, the king of Mycenae. Mycenae. He shares supreme command of the Greek troops with his brother Menelaus. So wait, sir. And the next one, Iphigenia, the daughter of King Agamemnon and Queen Clytemnestra, and thus a princess of Mycenae, in which Agamemnon was ordered to kill as an offering or sacrifice to allow his ships to sail to Troy. So Iphigenia, so she was the sacrifice of the ship in which Agamemnon received this hatred from goddess Artemis after Agamemnon and his troops have killed a hare, or shall we say it is a sort of a family of rabbit. So in order for them to sail safely to Troy, so Artemis have to declare that Iphigenia should be the sacrifice. So the next one is Menelaus, the king of Sparta. Menelaus is the husband of Helen, the cause of celebra of the war. Meaning, Helen was the reason why the war started in this story. So he fought. So Menelaus, he fought with Paris in single combat after Paris stolen his wife. And we have Achilles. So this swift-footed warrior is the greatest on the Greek side. His father is Peleus, a great warrior in his own right, and his mother is Thetis, a sea nymph. We have also here Patroclus, Achilles' foster brother and closest friend. Although Patroclus is a formidable hero, he is valued for his kind and gentle nature. And we have also here Ajax the Great. This prince of Salamis is the son of Telamon. He once fights all afternoon in single combat with Hector. Since neither one can decisively wound the other, they part as friends. Diomedes. In his day of glory, Diomedes kills Pandarus and warns Aeneas before taking on the gods. He also conducts a successful night raid against King Rhesus. We have also here Odysseus, which is one of the main character in this story, especially in the Greek army. This Odysseus is son of Laertes, is known for his cleverness and glib tongue. His 10-year trip home to Ithaca, where his wife Penelope awaits, is the subject of the Odyssey after the war. We have also here another character, Nestor. Nestor is the king of Hylas. He is too old to participate in the fighting of the Trojan War, but served as an advisor all throughout the story. Another one. So let's proceed with the Trojans, the Trojan warriors. We have also here Hector, the son of King Priam and Queen Hecuba. He is probably the noblest character on either side. We have also here Paris, or also known as Alexander, also the son of King Priam and Hecuba. He is destined to be ruined of his country. He fulfills this destiny by accepting a bribe when asked to judge which of the three goddesses is the fairest or the most beautiful. So Paris is a prince, but his father he sent him to the mountains, or that because his father has this his father is afraid that he might betray him in the future. So we have here King Priam, the king of the Trojans. So the king of Troy and son of Laomedon has 50 sons and 12 daughters with his wife Hecuba or Queen Hecuba. Presumably, she does not bear them all, plus at least 42 more children with various concubines. So the next is Queen Hecuba, or known as Hekabe, the wife of King Priam. She suffers the loss of most of her children, but survives the fall of Troy. She is later turned into a dog. Okay, the next one is Andromache. Andromache, the wife of Hector and mother of Astyanax. She futilely warns Hector about the war, then sees both her husband and son killed by the Greeks. And the next one is Cassandra. Cassandra is the daughter of King Priam and Queen Hecuba, has an affair with Apollo. Apollo is the god, so who grants her the gift of prophecy. Unable to revoke the gift after they quarrel, Apollo curses her by preventing anyone from believing her predictions. Okay, we have also here Layakuwoy, yet another son of King Priam and Queen Hecuba. This priest of Apollo shares Cassandra's doubt about the merits of bringing the Trojan horse into the city. We have also here another character from Trojans, which is Aeneas. This son of Aphrodite and Anchises often takes a beating but always gets up to rejoin the battle. Knocked unconscious by a large rock thrown by Diomedes, he is evacuated by Aphrodite and Apollo. Okay, now let's watch a video presentation that summarizes the story of the day. So please watch and listen carefully. Have you seen my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so these are them. So this is just a summary or explanation of the video or the story for today. So please watch and listen carefully because I will be giving some questions. Okay. Okay, can you hear the audio? Hello guys? Anyone?
Isa daw, ma'am.
Wala pa na-play. Wala pa na-play, ma'am.
Kato, can you hear? Can you hear it?
Wala. Nada, hinay.
Ayun mo din pinaka-computer.
Excuse me, ma'am. Dili kay madungog ang tingog sa kuan, ma'am.
Sa video, tas putol-putol po.
Hinay kaayo siya.
Hinay kaayo?
Mura man siya pilit-pilit, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Pilit?
Opo, pilit-pilit.
So, do we have to continue this, or have you already read in advance my story?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So, since nag-read naman mo sa kong story in advance, dili na lang siguro ni siya ipadayon. Okay ra? Okay ra, guys? Is it okay for you? Guys, are you there? Are you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
Do I have to play this or delete na?
Dili na siguro, ma'am. I think putol-putol man siya. But you can give us a kuan na lang, ma'am, a short summary of that story so that we could know the story. What happened?
Okay, wait. So actually, the root of the war is when there are three goddesses, which is Aphrodite, Hera, and Athena. So before that happens, so there is this goddess Eris, who is not well known who is not well known in the city. So he was not invited in a wedding occasion in which she gets mad. That is why he made this apple called, which is the color is gold, or shall we say the golden apple. So goddess Iris is the goddess of war. So because she is disappointed, that is why he started to make a plan to make everyone to create this confusion in the city. So that is why during the banquet night, during the wedding, there is this apple placed in the center, which is labeled with for the fierce. But all of the girls there wanted that apple because it was labeled there for the fierce. That is why, but after all, only Athena, goddess Athena, Hera, and Aphrodite are fighting for that apple. So that is why they came with Zeus, and Zeus should decide which of them is the most beautiful or the fairest one. But Zeus is clever. He told the goddesses that they should go to the mountain near to the Troy, especially for Paris, because he was a good he has this good shall we say he's good in judging the different beauties. So that is why the goddesses, the three goddesses, go to Paris in the mountain near to the Troy. So but when they got there, so the goddesses are having this offering or bride to the to the prince. So it was Prince Paris who is going to judge for the most beautiful woman among the three. But
he need to base this judgment by the bribe or offering they have. So the first one, which is the goddess Athena, the offering he had offered to Prince Paris, he would make, I think, okay. So the King Athena promised everything, while also goddess Aphrodite promised have also given his offer, while also but among these three goddesses, Prince Paris choose Aphrodite's offer. Aphrodite's offer is to give her the most beautiful woman, in which will be his forever. And then the rest goddesses, Athena and Hera, became jealous of this. That is why the war started. This started the division of the goddesses. While Aphrodite, he also has sides with, while Hera and goddess Athena go side with the Greeks. So after Aphrodite offered this promise, he bring Prince Paris to the castle of the castle of the Greeks. Wait, he so it was Helen actually from the Greeks. So Helen, so he abducted Helen. So mani maglisod man kung English oy. Kani state kayo sagol. Actually, kani si Helen is kuan ni siya, bana ni siya ni King Menelaus. So siya daw ang pinakagwapa sa tibuok kalibutan atong nga time. So mo'y promise ni Aphrodite na if sa iya ihatag ang apple, the golden apple, iya daw kuno ihatag kay Prince Paris ang apple. Kung kuan siya ang tagaan sa ihatag kuno ni Aphrodite ang mga pinakagwapa sa kalibutan if sa iya ihatag ang katong apple nga naay nakatatak nga for the fairest. So natabo gidala na ni Aphrodite sa castle si si Prince Paris. Daan to si Helen. Mao siya ang ilang pinakagwapa sa tibuok kalibutan. Though naanay asawa si Helen, so gibuhatag spell ni Aphrodite. So maong naangkon to ni nakawat ni Prince Paris si Helen, which is asawa ni Prince Menelaus sa king of sa mga Greeks. So ang nahitabo ato kay una nagkagubot na ngayon nagtabag si Menelaus sa iyang mga troops and armies as they sail to Troy. So gidala na ni Prince Paris si Helen dadto sa ilahang palasyo o dito sa iyahang gipuy-an. Kani pud si Prince Paris na pud ni siya asawa, pero iyahang gibiyaan ng iyang asawa kay para lang ato kay Helen as offered by Aphrodite nga iyahang gipili. So natabo ato dito na nagkasugod ang gubot. So I think from what I have understood based on my research, ang war is naabot siya og 10 years sa kadugay ana, like mapili na ang isa murag ma-action kapili, isa mo ang murag nagpuli-pulihanay lang sila, but in the end ang nahitabo after 10 years sa ilahang away, ang kaning group of Greeks, they came up with the idea to make a wooden horse as in dako kayo siya. So mo tong hitabo naadi didto ang mga Greek warriors sa sulod sa kuan. Walang isa nga nagpaas if kuno nga ni traitor siya sa mga Greeks. So nahitabo siya na lang isa nagpabili ng iyang storya dito sa mga Trojan nga armies, ningon siya nga ni surrender na daw ang iyang mga kauban mo to nang uli na lang ug gibili dito tong wooden horse as a gift. So nahitabo they brought it inside the city of the Trojan. So Trojan thought na okay na that they have already gained this victory among of this war against the Greeks. So that is why they celebrated until they get wasted, drunk, and that is why the night na luya na sila, so namo na silang nagawas na dahil ang mga Greeks atong wooden horse, and they started to attack them. Slaughtered tanang mga Trojan warriors and gihimong mga alipin ang mga babae and makaluloy. Almost wala kayo joy naka-survive sa Trojan except Queen Hecuba. And that after that story, so after the war, so finally the Greeks won the war. They had already their victory against the Trojans. So also after dayon ato as they sailed home, ang Greeks as they sailed home, also ang mga gods and goddesses nasuko sa ilahang gibuhat because of their wickedness. Sobra lang sila ka-harsh sa ilang gibuhat sa Trojans. Like gihimo ang mga api-api ang mga babae. So nakita ko ato nagkalisod sila pangulit like sa as they sailed sa sea, ang mga gods and goddesses nag-send sila og kaning different calamities as they sailed sa dagat sa ilang pagpangon. Nahitabo wala gihapon kaayoy nga buhi nga matay tanan, wala kayo nakauli nga safe except Odysseus. Siya lang ang nakauli pero it takes a lot of years bago siya nakauli. And he had journeyed all of these calamities na yung na-experience in the sea. And mao to siya ang ending sa story. Si Odysseus lang ang nakabalik. Pipila lang. But halos tanan nangamatay ang Greeks. Kay tungod sa punishment na gihatag sila sa mga gods and goddesses. So, is it clear? Ang summary sa story?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, ni-agree ang pan, di ba? Manok. Okay. So, let's proceed now with nanata sa processing questions lang like kung sa inyong nasabtan from summary of the story. Okay, so what is the title of the story? Why do you believe that the author chose that title for the story? What do you think lang? So anyways, walay wrong answer. Okay. Okay, so may I call on Miss Althea? Is she around, Miss Althea? Nanaw ko names diri sa GCP. Hello, madungog pa ko ninyo, guys?
Pilit-pilit ka, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Signal. So, Althea, can you answer the number one question?
Yes, ma'am. What is the title of the story? So the title of the story is Trojan War. Why do you believe the author chose the title for the story? For me, the author chose the title, which is Trojan War, is because wait lang, ma'am. Kanang siguro kay ganahan siya nga ang story is about sa war and maybe mao to siya, ma'am.
Okay.
Try ko
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Althea. So, okay, Miss Sweet Darlin. So, do you have any idea?
Sige, ma'am. Okay. The title of the story is Trojan War. So, I believe that it was entitled Trojan War because it was caused by Paris, the son of the king from Trojan, who abducted the wife of the Greek king Menelaus.
Okay, so it is where the story or the setting of the story, right, is in the Trojan. That is why it is entitled Trojan War, because the war happened in the city of Troy and the Trojans itself, right? So do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the second question. Who are the three jealous goddesses? What are they fighting for? So may I call on Miss Leon Fate Nubal?
Yes, ma'am.
Who are the three jealous goddesses? The number 2 question. Can you answer, please, Miss?
Okay, ma'am. Who are the 3 jealous goddesses? And si
Who are those 3 jealous goddesses?
si Aphrodite, Hera, and Athena or Golden Apple.
Who are those 3 jealous goddesses? 3.
Si Aphrodite, Hera, and Athena.
Okay, so what are they fighting for?
Golden apple. Golden apple, ma'am.
Okay, golden apple. Okay, very good. And the last question in this introduction of the story: why Iphigenia was ordered to be killed by his father, King Agamemnon, as they sailed to Troy? May I call on Miss Cecile Ibalier? Why Iphigenia
Yes,
was
ma'am.
ordered to be
Morning.
killed? Miss Cecile? Or who would like to answer from the class?
Ako, ma'am. Ako, ma'am. Marcel, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Bertlin Langsa. Okay, why do you think Iphigenia was ordered to be killed by his father as they sailed to Troy? Mr. Bertlin?
So, as I understand the story, as King Agamemnon, as they sailed to Troy, Iphigenia was ordered to kill his father because Agamemnon is told that he must sacrifice Iphigenia to appease the goddess Artemis. And then, who was caused the unfavorable weather and to obtain a favorable wind to carry the Greek fleet to Troy. So in order for them to sail safe, so it must be sacrifice Iphigenia. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so after King Agamemnon and his armies killed this hare, so goddess Artemis goddess Artemis punished them. That's why they have this hard journey as they sail to Troy. But in order for them to sail safely, they have to sacrifice his daughter, which is the Princess Iphigenia. Okay, very good, Mr. Bertlin. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's not wait this any longer. So let's have our activity. Okay, so are you guys excited?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about these 5 elements of the short story of this story entitled The Trojan War. So where do you think is the setting of the story? May I call on Miss Cecile Ibalier? This is just pwede siyang 2 words, 3 words, 1 word. Where do you think is the setting of the story? Miss Cecile Ibalier.
Me, ma'am.
Okay, Miss Junicel. Miss Junicel. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am?
Okay,
Yes, I hear you, ma'am.
Okay, Miss Junicel, can you answer where do you think is the setting of the story?
The setting of the story is where in city of Troy.
Okay, very good. It is where the war happened. So the next part is the character, or who are the characters in the story? May I call on Miss Noval? Yes, ma'am. Who are the characters in the story? Who are the characters? Yes, who are the characters in the story? Just name of at least few the main characters. As long as you can, state all of the characters that have you remembered. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. The characters are si Helen, Hector, Paris, si Odysseus, and I think, ma'am, that's all.
Is that all, Miss Lian?
Also, I don't know how to pronounce it, ma'am, but Achilles.
Achilles, yes. As well as the gods and goddesses, right? So there are a lot of characters in this story, but they are classified into Greeks and Trojans. Okay, thank you, Miss Noel. So let's proceed with the conflict. So what do you think is the conflict of the story? As you can remember, there are 6 types of conflict. We have here man versus man, man versus self, man versus society, man versus nature, or what else? So what do you think is the conflict of the story? And take note, in this story, there are at least 2 types of conflict in this story, not just one. What are those?
Man versus man.
Okay, man versus man. What else?
Man versus. Dili, transmito ko na.
What else?
Maestra na mo, ano, minag, pasulod rin eh.
Man versus supernatural. As there are gods and goddesses who intruded in this war, right?
Hindi na siya mukuan.
Are you
Sabi na
listening?
siya, mapag-record lang mo. Oo, may
Yes.
bahala.
Okay, so so have you understand what I have said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what is specifically the conflict of this story? It is a war between what? A war between
Men.
No, I mean a specific in this story, not the types of the conflict. It is a war between the Trojans and the
Greece.
Greeks. Okay, so let's have the 4th one, which is the theme. So, what do you think is the theme of the story? So, actually, there are themes can be associated in this story. There are a lot. So, what do you think? May I call on Miss Camille Faith Vinteroso?
Yes, ma'am.
What what do you think is the theme of the story? Actually, there are a lot of themes can be associated in this story.
So for me, I think the theme in the story it can be about the importance of friendship. There's also what do you call this one? Also love, and yeah, that's it. That's no.
Okay, actually there are a lot. It also talks about the importance of peace, or what is the consequence of war, and also in honor and respect. So let's proceed with the last one. So the plot. So we have here, read and identify what element of plot is being depicted in each given part of the story. So you're going to identify which part is the exposition, the rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. So may I call on Miss Whitney Alarde?
Yes, ma'am.
So where do you think is the exposition?
Wait, sa ma'am, basahan sa na.
Or the introduction of the story. It is also known as introduction or exposition. Okay, Miss Alarde.
I think the exposition in the story is in the second sentence.
Can you make your voice louder?
The exposition in the story is on the number 2.
Number
2.
I can't hear you clearly. Why?
Madungog ra akong tingog, classmate.
Yes.
Hinay-hinay lang. Nayan ko. Again, what number is the exposition?
Number 2, ma'am.
Number
2. Daw, ma'am.
Okay, number 2. Okay, very good. And may I call on Miss Sweet Darling Cabrera?
Yes, ma'am.
So how about the rising action? What do you think is the number?
Rising action. Wait sa mama, magbasa sa upo. The number 4, ma'am.
Can you read it?
The Greeks win the 10-year war against the Trojans.
Are you sure that muna siya ang rising action?
Awit sa ma'am.
So we have here the exposition. Odysseus and the Greek army with the Trojan warriors. The Greeks are losing the war and need to find a way to breach the walls of the city of Troy.
The number 5, ma'am, I think.
Okay, can you read it?
The Greeks build a wooden horse and all men hide inside except one. The pretending traitor tell the Trojans that the Greeks have sailed away and left the wooden horse as a peace offerings. The Trojans bring the horse and begin celebrating their victory.
Okay, very good. So how about the climax? Miss Najula, can you identify the climax? Miss Najula?
Yes, ma'am. Climax, ma'am.
Yes, the climax.
Okay, so the climax is the number 1.
Can you read it, please?
So once inside the city, the Greek soldiers, hidden inside the horse, surprise attack the Trojans.
Okay, very
So
good.
that is the climax.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much, Miss Najila. So how about Miss Hanipa? Miss Hanipa, is she around?
Wala, ma'am.
Wala. So who would like to answer?
Ako, ma'am.
Okay, so Miss Althea Shane, right?
Yes.
So identify the falling action.
Falling action.
Yes.
Number 4, ma'am.
Number 4? Mm-hmm. No, it's not.
Number 3, ma'am.
Okay, please read.
The Greeks slaughter the Trojan men and take the women and children as slaves.
Okay, very good. So who would like to answer the last one?
Oh, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Bertlin, can you identify the resolution of the story?
Okay, so I think it is easy for me to identify the resolution
Yes.
since the only one who are. So I think the resolution of the story is the four. The Greeks win the 10-year war against the Trojans. Thank you.
Number
4, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much, Mr. Bertlin. Okay, now, so just sit and relax. Fasten your seatbelt for we'll be having another journey to take. So are you guys excited for the last part?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Okay. So, nanata sa last part. Okay, so what is the root of the warfare between the Trojans and Achaeans? So, may I call on Miss Janicel? What is the root of the warfare between the Trojans and Achaeans? What is the root? What is the causes of the war before Helen? May I call on Miss Cabrera na lang? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Wait up, ma'am. Ma'am, I think the root of the war between Trojans and Achaeans is that the um the the disagreement of the three goddesses, Hera, Aphrodite, and sagali itong isa, Athena.
Okay. Is that all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So it all started because of these three jealous goddesses, and it causes the division of the people, and they started the war. Okay. So who won the war? So number 2, who won the war? What causes their victory? May I call on Miss Whitney Alarde?
Yes, ma'am. Wita, ma'am.
Who won the war? What causes their victory?
Wita, ma'am, ha. So the
Miss
Greeks,
Whitney?
yes.
Okay.
So the Greeks won the war.
Okay.
And then it is
What
because
causes their victory?
the causes of their victory, it is because of the wooden horse we build as they are able to hide inside gatong mga Greek armies. And then Trojans brought the big horse to the city. As the Trojans were already drunk in celebrating their victory, the Greeks attacked them. Mga opportunity nga naka-attack na din sila.
Okay. That will be all? Okay, thank you so much. You're right. It is because of the Trojan horse, which is brought by the Trojans inside the city, in which they didn't know that the Greeks, some of the Greeks warriors are hidden inside of the wooden horse. So what happened to the Greeks after the war? So after they won the war, so as they sailed to the sea, so what happened to them? May I call on Miss Ruaida?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
What happened to the Greeks after the war?
They suffered a lot of calamities and they died. And only the survivor is Odysseus.
What? I can't hear you.
They they died through they suffered through they suffered a lot of calamities through their journey, and the only survivor is Odysseus.
Okay, very good. And the last part. So what is the moral or the message you can get from the story? May I call on Mr. Bertlin?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the moral lesson you have get from the story?
So uh so that story we could really learn a lot of moral uh in the story. So for me, as I learn moral in the story, I've learned that the I learned that the importance of emphasizing the importance of a leaders, including by as a leaders by treating your warriors as or as soldiers with respect. But it is also compasses not just talk about the victory of or the fallen of the Trojan people, but it's also emphasizes the elements which is as the elements which is talk about the elements of friendship, as we also that without friendship we could not really have a strong communion with our people. But it's also talk about the elements also in love, since because through something or through having a love, it could give them a victorious kumbaga it gives them kadaugan. Then it's also it could have an honor of alliance or alliances, and by that through the message of the story, it serves as a way that as a people today we could learn something on that story happened a long time ago.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Bertlin. And now, who would like to add something? May I call on Miss Camille? How about the concept of war? What do you think is consequences or its results? Miss Camille?
So, okay, ma'am.
Yes.
I think can you please repeat the question, ma'am?
Okay, which is the number 4. So what is the moral or the message you can get from the story?
Okay, so the moral or
Yes,
the
the
message that
moral.
we get
Yes.
from the story was that you should not decide immediately. Like when you're planning something which is not really good, it may cause something bad, um, which would like mubalik sa imuha ba ang imong gihimo nga or
Yes.
giplan nga mali, and then don't celebrate early because maybe at kanang later after you celebrated something na you think you reach the victory, there is this ma-surprise ka like sorry, ma-surprise na lang ka nga ikaw de ang um um the true loser between the two, or between the war that you made, between the chaos that you created.
Okay, is that would be all, Miss Camille?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So thank you so much, Miss Camille. So from the story, we can realize that the war, kibali ang war is a great disadvantage. So there would be no progress or happiness or peace with all of us if there is a war. Diba? Do you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that would be all. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Queen Lindy Bitacura, for your time to report your assigned topic. Then, also to the participant for being spending your time to attend this meeting. So at 11 a.m. at this afternoon, we will be having our second meeting. I will be sending the link in our GC and for the next reporter. So thank you guys and God bless. Class dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
God
Yes,
bless,
sir.
sir.
God bless everyone.